Tian, thinking about the future, I mean, Beijing is a rapidly growing city and will continue to grow in the future. Where do you see the big opportunities over the next 5 and 10 years in terms of a green growth strategy?
这个每个人看待机会角度可能是不一样的，有需求就有机会。
So maybe different people have different vision about opportunity. Personally, I think where there is a demand, there is opportunity.
从我个人的工作角度来看的话呢，北京需要解决环境问题。
So from my personal point of view, for Beijing, the environment issue is a big challenge.
要解决环境问题，关键要解决能源问题。
It's critical to deal with the energy issue.
我们在北京的老讲一句话呀，叫发展就是燃烧，燃烧产生 GDP， 留下来的就是污染。
So in Beijing, sometimes we have seen that development is burning of fossil fuel. The burning of fossil fuel generates GDP and with pollution left.
所以说呢，我们非常渴望尽可能的减少化石燃料的使用，希望清洁的、可再生的、绿色的能源在技术上有重大的突破。
So we do hope that there can be some breakthrough on the energy use technology. So we hope that the use of fossil fuel can be greatly reduced, while the clean energy use technology can get some breakthrough to have clean use of energy.
只有这样呢，才能建设真正的这个绿色的智能城市。
So with the clean energy, clean technology, we can realize the dream of a green smart city.
所以，我个人角度来看的话呢，现在北京最大的机会就是对于绿色的能源技术上有创新。
So personally, my view is that the opportunity for Beijing in the future is to wait for the breakthrough of green technologies, green energy use technologies.
而且是重大创新。
And it must be breakthrough new technologies. Thanks.
Excellent. Frank, you too, where do you see, building on the success you've had already, where do you see, what are the big things for the next decade?
It is to learn from each other. I think this is the beginning of a new possibility for Copenhagen to learn a lot from Toronto, a lot from Beijing, and also you have the possibility to learn from Copenhagen. That's why we want in Copenhagen to open up for Copenhagen for being an international laboratory for investments in green solutions. I think that it's very good for us to have this very concrete contact with our colleagues in other big cities, and that's why we support very much the work going on in David Miller's C40 and also in Eurocities, and we participate a lot in international cooperation in the issue of climate change and also protecting the climate and developing our city.
Great, thanks. And David, we've only got a couple of minutes, but some final thoughts on the future, and if you were facing an auditorium full of future mayors, what would you say their next steps?
Well, I wouldn't be a couple of minutes. That's. I think I'll pick up on what the Lord Mayor just said. I think Copenhagen's the perfect place to be this sort of green laboratory. Although we'll be trying to do it in Toronto as well, Lord Mayor. I think the opportunity is showing people and then taking these ideas that work and scaling them up, particularly in the developing world. And there's some immense opportunities in the developing world. If you think, for example, how the cell phone sort of penetrated some countries in Africa, skipping over some infrastructure that we took for granted and then had to redo for cell phones. I think there's huge opportunities on energy, distributed energy, things like the cooling, whether it's Canadian technology with deep lake water cooling or Copenhagen technology with deep sea water cooling. And if we can have a Copenhagen as a green laboratory or a Toronto and take some of the important ideas and technologies, perhaps with the support of a national government, and start showing those in the developing world, and particularly with the World Bank and others financing them, all of a sudden, people around the world will see that this is possible. And they'll see the jobs, and they'll see the solutions, and they'll understand it's real. It's not a threat. It's not saying we're taking something away. It's saying we can do better. And I actually think we're very, very close to that. We need to scale it up. We do need financing, but it's very possible, and I think it's a tremendously exciting opportunity, and it's good to be in Copenhagen where an awful lot of this work's happening.
Fantastic, great. Thank you very much. I think it's been very interesting hearing even just a few snapshots of the experiences so far and a few lessons we can take away already. This issue of immediacy, being able to show people, whether it's at city, state, or any level, that things really work is perhaps one of the failures that we've had internationally. People don't really believe that this can succeed, and cities are a great way of showing that. The partnership between different sectors is absolutely central, and seeing this not only as a climate change strategy, but a way of creating jobs, innovation, and renovating cities, I'd say. So just let's have a big hand for our three speakers, and thank you very much.